Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be doing questions 3, 4 and 5 from class 12 HSC Mathematics Part 1 Chapter 2 Matrices. This is from your exercise 2.3. So let's get started. Okay, exercise 2.3. So we've already covered quite a few of these questions from this chapter before. Okay, many basics have been covered. In this one, we are going to be doing the last 3 questions of this chapter. Okay, I'm not counting miscellaneous. This is the last 3 exercise questions of this chapter. So let's get started. The first question says, first question as in question number 3, the cost of 4 pencils, 3 pens and 2 erasers is rupees 60. 2 pencils, 4 pens, 6 erasers is 90, and 6 pencils, 2 pens and 3 erasers is 70. Now you are asked to find the cost of each item using matrices. So for that, let us consider the cost of pencils, pens and erasers to be some variables. Okay, so let the, wait, not here. Okay. Let the cost of a pencil be X. Okay, and similarly you can say let the cost of a, okay, not till here. You can write let the cost of a pen be Y, and let the cost of an eraser be Z. Okay, so now that you have the variables in place, what you have to do is form 3 equations for these 3 variables. Now, if you have n number of variables, you need n equations to solve and get the value of each of those variables or terms. Okay, so if you have 3 variables over here, you will be having 3 equations. So let's see what your equations are. It's given the cost of 4 pencils, 3 pens and 2 erasers is rupees 60. Okay, so what we'll now do is we'll take 4x plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 60. Okay, so it's cost over here. So x, y and z are already cost. So this is your total cost, and this is how many times that cost is taken. So 4 pencils meaning 4 times the cost of 1 pencil. 3 pens matlab 3 pens into the cost 3 into the cost of 1 pen, and 2 erasers means 2 into the cost of 1 eraser. Now for the second equation, you're given 2 pencils, 4 pens and 6 erasers is rupees 90. Okay, so let's write that 2x plus 4y plus 6z is equal to 90. Then you are given 6 pencils, 2 pens and 3 erasers is 70. Okay, so you have 6x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 70. Now see, you're supposed to find the cost of each item using matrices. It's going to be very easy. Okay, matrices. Now see, if you're given n variables, the first thing that comes to your mind is, getting 2 equations having only 2 variables, meaning you remove one particular variable and then you solve that. But in this case, if you do that, there's a high chance that it's going to be extremely lengthy and you'll have, many number of fractions in the question. So what are we going to do? We are going to take an easy way over here. We are going to use matrices. So what will we do here? We will take a 3 by 3 matrix of, see, first in this first column over here, you will take all the values of x, coefficients of x. So you have 4, 2 and 6. In the second column here, you will be taking all the coefficients of y. So it becomes 3, 4 and 2. In the third column, you will be taking all the coefficients of z. So it's going to be 2, 6 and 3. Okay. And now, since your equations are for x, y and z, you will take x here, y here and z here. then is equal to, what are the values that you finally get? You get 60, 90 and 70. Okay, now we'll be solving these questions. Okay, how do we do that? First we'll simplify your determinant. Okay, so how will you simplify this determinant? You will take common whatever you can take common. For example, in this second line you can take common, or you can take the 2 common over here. Second line maybe you can take 2 common, and the first line also you can take 2 common. You can do whatever you wish to do. Alright, so if I choose to take 2 common over here, it becomes 2 into, and your matrix becomes 2, 1, 3, 3, 4, 2, 2, 6, 3. Okay, so these two are as it is, and you take 2 common in this, is equal to x, y, z equal, and then you take a bracket here, you have 60, 90 and 70. Alright, so now if you have a 2 common here, you can divide all these values by 2. So what we'll do is we'll divide them. So if I take 2 away from here and divide 60 by 2, you will get 30. Alright, if I divide 90 by 2, I will get 45. First let's draw this bracket here. Alright, so you'll get a 45. And if I divide 70 by 2, you'll get 35. Alright, now you will have to do some conversions, right? So you'll have to make some changes, subtract a row from something, or add a row into something. So let's see what we can do. The final goal is to get a 0 somewhere. Okay, so that you can get rid of one particular variable. As such, you can do that simultaneously also. You can choose any 2 equations, and from third equation you can eliminate the third variable. So you'll have 2 equations and 2 variables. You can solve that simultaneously, put that value into another one, and then finally you can make your values. Alright, so let's see. Over here it is not evident what you can do in the first side. But what you can think of is that this 1 is easily manipulated, right? You can multiply 1 with anything and subtract it. So if I do R1 minus 2R2, and in R3 I do R3 minus 3R1. That will help you get rid of this x variable. Okay, both places here you will get a 0. So now let us do the subtraction. Okay, so we are running out of pages over here. Let us add a few pages. Let me get rid of the background here. And okay, let us add a few pages. Okay, so if I add a page over here, we can easily solve this question. Alright, so now if you're applying this transformation on this variable here, this matrix over here, what you get as the answer is another matrix. Alright, and that is, you get a 0. 3 minus 2 into 4 is 8. So 3 minus 8 is going to be a minus 5. Okay, and 2 minus 2 into 6 is minus 10. Alright, now you have 1, 4 and 6 as it is, because you have not applied any transformation there. Okay, so your 1, 4 and 6 will be written as it is. Now in the third row, 3 minus 3 is going to be 0. Alright, and over here 2 minus 3 into 4, which is 2 minus 12, that is a minus 10. And 3 minus 3 into 6 is 3 minus 18, which becomes a minus 15. Now if you look carefully, you can take out the minus common in both the rows, right? You can take out the minus common in both the rows. So if you take minus common out, right? If you take out the minus common, there is 2 minus. So minus 1 into minus 1 is a plus 1. So it won't really have an effect if I get rid of all these minus over here. Now guys, I'm doing this, in a very quick sense. I'm not showing the entire working here. But when you're writing the answer, your whole aim in mathematics is to show how much hard work you've done into finding these answers, right? So there I suggest that you write everything, every step. Okay, if you're dividing by 2, write a line dividing by 2 and if you're doing it in one particular column or one particular row, dividing by 2 in row 1, dividing by 3 in column 2. Like this you'll write it, and then you'll show what you get on dividing that row or column. Okay, now you can also take a 5 common in both of them. So what I will do is I'll take 5 common. I take out a common 5. So this becomes 1 comma 2. Alright, so 1 comma 2. If I've written 1 comma 2 here, what else can I do? I can take a 5 common in this column as well, right? In this matrix as well. So if I take a 5 common, 30 becomes 6. 30 becomes 6. 45 becomes 15. And 35 becomes 7. Alright. Okay. So once we have done this, there is nothing we can take common really now over here. But over here you can take a 5 common. Let it be like that. Okay, right now. Wait, so this is 1, not a 5. Okay, this is 1. So now we can take two equations, that is this and this. So what do you get? By equality of matrices. By equality of matrices, what do you get? You get y plus 2z is equal to 6. And then you get 10y plus 15z is equal to 7. Alright, now we can easily find the values of y and z over here. How will we do that? We'll multiply this by 10. So if I multiply this by 10, what will I get? I will get 10y plus 20z is equal to 60. Now what we'll do is we'll subtract. Okay, so we have 10y plus 20z is equal to 60. I will subtract this equation. Okay, so it will become minus 10y minus 15z is equal to minus 7. 10y minus 10y cancel off. 20z minus 15z becomes 5z, and 60 minus 7 becomes 53. So the value of z you have 53 by 5. Not a very beautiful value, but what can we do? Let us go on to finding y. So if you have y over here, it becomes 6 minus 2 into z. Z you have 53 by 5. So it becomes 5 6 are 30 minus 6 here, and 5 2s are 10. And now when you subtract it, you get a minus 76. So y is minus 76, z is minus 53. And for the value of x, if you remember, you still have an equation over here, right? Yeah, this equation. So what does it say? It says 1x plus 4y plus 6z is equal to 15. So let us put in the values. Okay, so 1x, that means you have to find, plus 4y is, so it becomes a minus over here. We'll write minus 4 into 76 plus 6 into z, right? 6 into 53 by 5 is equal to 50. Now we can easily write this. X equals 6 sevens are 20, 6 fours are 24, 4 here, 2 here, 4 sevens are 28, 29, 30. So 4 x minus 304 plus 6 3s are 18, 1 over here, 6 5s are 30, 318 by 5 is equal to 50. And you can easily solve this. Tell me what the value of x is in the comments. This is a bit of a long calculation, but you can easily do this by transposing of these two terms, right? This term and this term to the other side of your equal to and find x. Moving on to our fourth question. If three numbers are added, their sum is 2. If 2 times the second number is subtracted from the sum of the first and the third numbers, we get 8. Okay, you know what? Again, similarly, we'll be considering three variables over here. Let first number be x. Okay, then second number will be y, and third number will be z. So as per the equations given here, let us write down our three equations. If the three numbers are added, the sum is 2. So x plus y plus z is equal to 2. Then you have, if 2 times the second number is subtracted from the sum of the first and the third number. So sum of the first and the third number, and you're subtracting 2 times the second number, you get the number 8. Okay, and if 3 times the first number is added to the second and the third number, we get 4. So 3x plus y plus z is equal to 4. Find out the number using matrices. Now if it was not given that you have to find the number using matrices, you can actually do these really easily using your simultaneous equations. Why do I say so? Because in every case the third number is having the coefficient 1, right? Z, Z and Z. Nothing is multiplied to Z. You can easily get rid of Z in any two of the equations, solve them as a simultaneous, put them into another third equation and find the value of Z. Alright. But since it is given here that you have to find the values by using matrices, what you will do is make the matrix like the last question. How did we do that? You will take the coefficient of each of these equations, right? The first one, the coefficients of the equations is 1, 1, 1. Second, it will be the first row that will have the coefficients 1, 1 and 1. Alright. And over here also you can write 1 and 1 because Z is having the same coefficient. X is 1, Y is minus 2, X is 3, Y is 1, and now you can easily find your answers, right? So x, y, z over here is equal to your numbers over here. 2, 8, 4. Alright. So now what transformations will we make to get to your final answer wherein something or the other is a 0? So let us see, if we subtract 2 times the first equation, if we add 2 times the first equation to the second equation, your y will become 0, right? So doing that, you get, but then you also need to make something else 0, right? So what we'll do is we'll take the first equation, subtract it as it is from the second and the third one. So R2 will have R2 minus R1, okay, and R3 will have R3 minus R1, okay. So what matrices will you get? You'll get 1, 1, 1 as it is, 0 minus 3, 0 over here, and 2, 0, 0 over here. Alright, and your x, y, z as it is, and your final answer matrix will be 2, 8, 4. but you also have to apply the transformation in this one on both the sides, right? So when you subtract 2 from 8 over here, you will get 6. Alright, 6 over here, and when you subtract 2 from 4 over here, you will get a 2. Okay, always remember you also need to apply the transformation on the other side of the equal to as well. It's very easy to miss. Many a times people forget to do that. Do remember. Okay, and once we have done this, you can easily get the answers by equality of matrices, right? So minus 3y is equal to 6. So y is equal to minus 2. Then you have 2x is equal to 2. X is equal to 1. From that, you also have x plus y plus z is equal to 2, right? So it's 1 minus 2 plus z is equal to 2. Z is equal to 2 plus 2, 4 minus 1, 3. So z is equal to 3. And that is the solution for your fourth question, or the second question for this video. Moving on to the last question of this chapter and this video. The total cost of 3 TVs and 2 VCRs is rupees 35,000. The shopkeeper wants to profit of rupees 1,000 per television and rupees 500 per VCR. He can sell 2 TV sets and 1 VCR and get the total revenue as 21,500. Find the total price and the selling price of the TV set and the VCR. Now, since it is not given here that you have to solve using matrices, we will solve using simultaneous. Okay, it makes it so much easier. You won't have to do any transformations or anything. You can just directly solve this question. Over here, since it is given under the chapter matrices, you will have to use matrices. But I say that whenever such questions come up wherein you only have 2 equations, just use simultaneous. Matrices take a long time to get ready and stuff. You'll have to work hard to even make the matrices, think of what transformations to apply. Linear mein you can see it like that, okay, just like that. So let us see. Cost of 1 TV set equals x and cost of 1 VCR is equal to y. And from this line over here, right, from this line over here we can get an equation which says 3x plus 2y, wait, yeah, 3x plus 2y is equal to 35,000. Alright, so where will we get another equation from, right? Now if you look carefully, it says that the shopkeeper wants profit of 1,000 per television and 500 per VCR. Right? So over the cost price, you'll be adding this profit to get your final selling price. So he can sell 2 TV sets and 1 VCR and get the total revenue, meaning the total earning, not just the profits. The total earning is rupees 21,500. Okay. But now what we have to do here is we can't just take plain X and Y. According to this line over here, you will have to add 1,000 to X and 500 to Y to get the selling price. Alright, so this is the selling price if you're just having X and Y, so the cost price. To get the selling price, you'll have to add 1,000 and 500. So let's see, he can sell 2 TV sets. Okay, so that's X plus 1,000 now. And 1 VCR. 1 VCR. To get a total of 21,500. Okay, revenue matlab it doesn't mean just the profit or something. It means that the complete amount that he is getting is this much. So let's simplify the second equation. You get 2x plus 2,000 plus y plus 500 is equal to 21,500. 2x plus y. Oh wait. it's 2x plus y, not 2xy. So 2x plus y is equal to 21,500 So you have 21,500 minus 2,000 plus 500, that is 2,500. What you get here is 19,000. Alright, so 19,000 is 2x plus y. You have this equation 1, this equation 2. Okay, so you will make another equation, that is equation 2 into minus 2. That gives you minus 4x minus 2y is equal to 19 twos are minus 38,000. Alright, so now once we do this, wait, that would be wrong. 4x minus 2y is equal to this much. Alright, so if this is my equation 3, right, then what we can do is we can do equation 1 plus equation 3, right? So that's 3x plus 2y is equal to 35,000 and minus 4x minus 2y equals minus 38,000. Alright, so now plus 2y minus 2y cancel off. So you get 3x minus 4x, that is minus x, is equal to 35,000 minus 38,000, that is minus 3,000. So you get the cost of one TV set to be 3,000. Now remember, you've only found the cost of a TV set. To find the cost of a VCR, okay, a VCR, you'll use 2. So from 2, what you get is, that is 2 into 3,000 plus y is equal to 19,000. Now from this, y is equal to 19,000 minus this 2 into 3,000 goes to the other side, becomes minus 6,000. Okay, so you get y is equal to minus, not minus, it's a positive number. You get y is equal to 13,000 bucks. Alright, and since you were asked to find the cost of one TV set and a VCR, this is your total cost. Okay, x is equal to this much and y is equal to this much. So guys, that's it for the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Comment down below if you've got any queries or suggestions, and if you have any other topics that you would like for me to explain. Right, this is extremely an easy topic. We have covered the basics in previous videos. Alright, so that's it for the video, and yeah, do make sure to comment. And I'm also going to post a video about trigonometry. It's the basics of grades 9 and 10. So if you have anybody who would benefit from that video, do share it to them, and do share the channel to them, because trigonometry is a topic many people are scared of, so helping them out would surely do